right, fellas. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, all, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of the Morning Jog. I am Matt Cohan, and I am joined, as always, the Robbie Berger and the Francis Ellis. Hi, fellas.
I brought a little taste of nostalgia here for you boys. I put the cup of coffee away for a second. Francis, do you remember these ice pops right here?
Well, I remember when I would go to friends' houses who weren't doing as well financially, and they would have those. And the problem with those was that you would open it up and then you would suck on it and you would suck all the sugar out of it, and all of a sudden you were staring at just a regular icicle. And that was disgusting.
Well, it's because you were playing your cards wrong. That's not the strategy. You got to have a strategy. There's got to be a certain way to approach it.
Well, sure. I mean, my strategy was always to make enough money in life that I could buy popsicles that retained their flavor.
Right. So somehow you turn this into a financial thing to make a humble brag that you pretty much live in a castle.
Those are the poorest poor people popsicles, and no one would disagree with that statement.
Not even me.
It's a 99-cent box of 100.
And you know what? A damn good one.
They can't give them away fast enough. But yeah, I do like them. I like the blue, and I like the purple.
Are we done talking about the popsicles?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I feel like an asshole now. I was trying to play into that. What was your point that you wanted to make about these popsicles?
It's a really good popsicle, and it brings back to the good times.
Francis, before you signed on, he had like 3 more of those. He got up like 4 times. He's like, I got to get another fucking pop. So you must be buzzing right now off that sugar high, Roberto. But we got to transition into a little more somber PSA. Our Morning Jog listeners, this is our final week of the Morning Jog. We are going to bang out episodes 48, 49, and 50 and hang it up for the off season. If you want more Francis Ellis, subscribe to Oops the Podcast. And if you want more Robbie Berger for some fucked up reason, Brilliantly Dumb Show, I am going to miss you guys, and I hope we stay close as we are right now.
I'll miss you boys. I really will. We'll still do the Zoom chats, right? Just without recording.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, what do you say we break a leg on this Tuesday morning? Pun very much intended. As we know, Washington QB Alex Smith leg exploded on November 18th, 2018. In the days following, he got sepsis, which, little known fact, kills 1 in 5 people worldwide. He spent the next month in the hospital, then the next 3 months in a wheelchair, then 8 months in an internal fixator. He had 17 surgeries within 9 months, and Washington just released him from the physically unable to perform list. And not only that, Ron Rivera claims he's in a position to compete for the starting job. Robbie, are we going to let this happen as a society?
Well, I got to tell you, in all seriousness, it is pretty amazing. You think about going through something like that and how just dramatic that is. There was a chance and a pretty high probability that he would actually have to have his leg amputated at one point, which is just fascinating. And then on top of all of that, to go through all the physical therapy, all of that you got to go through, and want to still end up coming back. Alex Smith is a guy, he's made his money. He very well could have just sailed off to the sunset. Guy wants to play some more pigskin. I respect the living hell out of him. And with Cardell Jones, who looks to be just a disaster, he may have a shot as well at being the starting quarterback.
I think look, my heart kind of breaks for Alex Smith, because I think what motivates a guy like him through all those horrors, through all those rounds of surgery and all the rehab, the months in the wheelchair, the humiliation of needing help to go to the bathroom, whatever it is the vision of getting back on the field and performing in front of tens of thousands of fans and making huge money and being a star again. And so he has to believe that in order to get through it. I don't know that you can attack that rehab and be as, diehard as you are, thinking like, well, maybe there's some rounds of golf waiting for me on the other side of this. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's amazing that he's gotten to where he is, but it would be heartbreaking if he needed to be sacked and have another injury in order to be told and convinced your playing days are over.
Yeah.
You know, for every RG3, I mean, there's so many. Football is such a cruel sport, and there are all these guys that you know, have kind of battled injuries. Joe Theismann, come back, not come back, whatever. I think everyone looks at Alex Smith and just says, like, there's just no way. And I want to be proven wrong. It would be the story of the year, of the decade, maybe. But I just don't see it. And but hey, I'm sure that everyone saying that is exactly what's motivating him now to keep pushing. So.
Even that, there was a picture, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was 4 days after he got on the surgery, and his leg, it looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's fucking disgusting.
I don't even know if I could see it. It would make me. I mean,
dude, the doctor called it. He was like, I hadn't seen an injury like this. The only other place I've seen it is like after war, like someone coming up and they get their leg blown by like an IED.
Dude, that's just a different type of toughness. Like, you just got to be a different type of animal to be able to go through that and then go right on back into it. It's just, that's wild.
Have you guys ever been on crutches?
Yeah.
No.
Crutches suck.
Yeah.
He was on them for 8 months. It's awful. Like, I don't know. The thought of going
but it's like crutches are better than a wheelchair, is better than a hospital bed, you know? And so everything for him probably felt like, this is the next stage. I'm healing. I'm getting stronger. You know, look, here's the thing, though. They say he's cleared for football-related activities. That may just mean sitting in a pool and tossing a Nerf football back and forth with a trainer. Like, I don't think he's getting under a squat rack anytime soon, right?
You know what's weird, too? Even in the video where he's celebrating his kids, which is also great, he's got his leg is like, it looks like it's wrapped. He's got it wrapped by something. Like, it doesn't look like it's healthy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. All right. Here's some puffier news, fellas. Tiger Woods' 11-year-old son, Charlie, participated in a U.S. kids golf sanctioned event at Hammock Creek Golf Club in Palm City, Florida. He shot a 3-under 33 across 9 holes in the boys' 11-year-old division to win it. He finished with no bogeys and 3 birdies on the 2,500-yard course. Woods said that he wished he had his son's mechanic and flexibility. Francis, this story has been picked up by every publication on the internet. Is Charlie Woods worth the hype?
Well, probably not yet. I don't think that this is the age. I don't know. How old is he?
11, I think it was.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know how junior golf works. I feel like if he were a hockey player, we could say that, yes, he's worth the hype. Do you know what I mean? Because they can tell so early. But the sad part for Charlie Woods is that now he's going to get, you know, asked to, like, compete with the high school kids. Yeah. And then he's going to start smoking weed and his life's going to fall apart. And that's just the way it is. Parents get mad that one kid is better than another and he's making it so that their kids can't get their trophies. And then they file a complaint and someone wants to make it fair. And next thing you know, Charlie Woods is going to be, you know, in a methadone clinic. So I hope that doesn't happen to him. But, boy, talk about pressure. I mean, big name to live up to. We'll see.
Huge shoes to fill. But if you think about it, too, it's not like a guy who plays in the NBA training his son to where you still don't know if that kid's going to be able to make it to the league because you still have to have size. You still have to be able to jump through the roof. It's still a long journey. But if you look at this kid, and he's on golf courses all day, pristine golf courses, and you're getting trained by Tiger Woods where you don't have to be 6'8", you don't have to have this huge size. You really got to think he's actually got a really good shot at becoming pro. When you're just taking swings with your dad, who's arguably the best golfer of all time, just all day from that young while kids are running off playing other sports and stuff. think the kid's got a really good shot, and it's fascinating. I think it even said the Tiger was on his bag as his caddy too, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
he was.
Imagine other kids' parents, like, they're on their son's bag, and then you got Tiger right to the next. The whole thing is just pretty fascinating.
Have you guys heard about this kid before? I feel like I didn't even register that Tiger Woods had a son.
I did, because I've seen a video go viral of him with his son on the range, and Tiger's just standing behind him like it's his coach, and this kid's just pure in shots, absolutely pure in shots.
Yeah, I remember him hugging him after he won the Masters.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I feel like Bleacher Report was followed Bronny around after his 8th birthday, and I'm just hearing about we could have a next Tiger, and it's just I feel like he's not getting enough shine here.
And Bronny's son, I feel worse for, in the sense of I feel like it's a lot harder for him to make the NBA and be anywhere close to what his dad's doing than it is for Tiger's son to make the PGA. Yeah. Not to say that that's not a great accomplishment, but you know what I'm saying. It's a different journey.
Bronny's going to be incredible. He's definitely going to be in the league.
That's what the kid who's kind of getting left out is the younger one. You don't hear a lot of talk about him.
I know, dude. He's the
Bryce
gamer.
Maximus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bryce Maximus. He doesn't get a lot of airtime.
Yeah, dude. Moving on to the final story of the day, fellas. Well, Donovan Mitchell is watching porn in his hotel room. Jimmy Butler is becoming quite the entrepreneur. According to the menu outside his Walt Disney hotel room, Butler's offerings include a latte, a cappuccino, a macchiato, and more. A small cup goes for the hefty price of $20, as well as the medium and the large. In a recent interview with ESPN's Rachel Nichols, Butler said coffee was hard for him to find on NBA's Orlando campus. He and his friends press are keeping his teammates caffeinated. Quote, "You can't get coffee nowhere here, so I might bump it up to $30 a cup. People here can afford it." Francis, what's your take on Jimmy's burgeoning business?
I love it. I absolutely. This was an NBA story that really made me. I think. I'm at the same time, given how much money these guys throw around, I honestly thought $20 per cup was small. Because is it worth Jimmy Butler's time to grind beans and to boil water and then French press and let it steep for his teammates that are never going to get playing time for $20? No, he doesn't give a shit about that. Also, I have macchiatos, make those things, and a milk frother. So maybe that's all just part of the joke.
Is that my internet, fellas?
This is a fantastic way to, make things interesting.
I do,
never
Matty.
frozen for me.
I really.
But you are problematic.
Right out of the jump. You would think that it's the last week of the morning jog that you could maybe bump up the Wi-Fi a little bit just for the courtesy of the listeners. But I mean, it's can we throw a 5G in there?
I hold myself to a higher standard. Would that kill you, Matty Ice? I have no response. I have no rebuttal.
Clearly not.
Typically, I'm professional, but I don't know. I'm back, I think.
Just to take the attention, Matty, away from your shitty Wi-Fi, I'll go ahead and give my take on Jimmy Butler. I agree with Francis. I think it is absolutely fantastic. Jimmy Butler's an absolute character. He used to stay with us at the hotel we were working in. And they would have these big breakfast spreads for the guys. They would even have – it took place in our steakhouse, and the most elaborate breakfast spreads. All Jimmy Butler would ask for is a big, gigantic bowl of blueberries. And these guys would be having omelets, all types of shit, and Jimmy would just be there just pounding down just blueberries and would crush the entire bowl and then get his day started. He was a legend. When I saw that, he's an absolute character. I found this to be very funny.
Wow, the exclusive here on the morning jog from the fourth season.
He actually, it was when he was with there was also a time where he was with Minnesota and he kept coming to Orlando. So I was thinking to myself, he's probably going to end up signing to the Lakers or the Clippers. Sure enough, boom. But could not have been a nicer guy. Just the nicest guy and very fucking funny. Very funny.
He seems it. He's going to have a good career post-ball.
You know what? This does make me think, though, that imagine how much like these guys are probably gambling on meaningless shit right now.
For sure.
Because like all that is just a cash-based business, so cash is flying around. They're playing Go Fish and card games, and I'm sure like other stuff. And I bet they're just so bored and they're just throwing money around.
There's some behind the scenes stuff going on at the bubble, like shit like that has to be hilarious. The gambling, like there's got to be shit we're not seeing that is just really fucking funny.
All right, fellas, thank you for participating in Tuesday's edition of the JOG. We're back here same time, same place tomorrow. Peace.